What's your name? What's your name? Zabo? Ooh, that's different.
For us, guys, Zabo is like the godfather, okay? We love him. He's been around for a long time now. For us, guys, Zabo is like the godfather, okay? We love him. He's been around for a long time now. For us, guys, Zabo is like the godfather, okay? We love him. He's been around for a long time now. the Godfather, okay? We love him. He's been around for a long time now.
That's it right there.
For us, guys, Zabo is like the Godfather, okay? We love him. He's been around for a long time now.
crazy, bro. Zay, that's crazy, bro.
That's it right there.
Zay, that's crazy, bro. Zay, that's crazy, bro. Zay, that's crazy, bro.
What's your name? What's your name? Zabo? Ooh, that's different. What's your name? What's your name? Zabo? Ooh, that's different. What's your name? What's your name? Zabo? Ooh, that's different. What's your name? What's your name? Zabo? Ooh, that's different.
That's it right there.
Zay, that's crazy, bro. Zay, that's crazy, bro.
For us guys, Zabo is like the godfather, okay? We love him. He's been around for a long time now. For us guys, Zabo is like the godfather, okay? We love him. He's been around for a long time now.
hang with me, bro? You gone? Yeah, I'm finna go on. Hey, all right, see you later, later. All right. Hey, this Big Jeff, YSL loaded. No days off productions, no days off radio, and we coming live from the warehouse. On we coming at you with all the things that everybody, all my slimes that's listening. This is nothing but the truth. All right, so we're gonna go today. Today we're gonna start off by I'm gonna acknowledge all my slimes, listeners that listens and dedicated themselves to listening to the show every week. You know, and I want to thank y'all for being patient with me. You know, I know I'm consistently late, and it's for a reason, and it's to test y'all loyalty. You know, so I'm glad to know that all my slime listeners are loyal to the show. And I hope soon that I'll be having some of y'all on the show as participants to come and share some of y'all stories with us and your brother and sister listeners. You are welcome to come to the show at any time and speak what you want to talk about. We want to know, you know, some of the things that you all have went through and that you all have experienced throughout life. You know, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. You know, if you got situations going on, you know, that you need some help with, or you need someone to walk with you through it, then you know, you're welcome to come to the show, and we'll do all we can to assist you in that. So today we're gonna get right to it, and today's show is gonna be is called More Shenanigans and More of, you know, Miss Love and all her deceitness. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we just gonna talk. We gonna talk. We gonna let it all go today. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point now to where I think that the judge is getting kind of fed up with this. You know, but you know, me being who I am, I'm still naive to some of the things that's being allowed to be happening in the courtroom. And she's narrowing it down a lot, you know, and I want to give her praise for that. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate her, you know, just going on and exposing Miss Love, you know, with all of the tricks and stunts that she's pulling to the latest trial. You know, like as she say, she's trying to prosecute the case as we go. That's not how it go. That's not how it go. And it's done got to the point to where it's sickening. It's sickening. You know, she doesn't even consider the fact that the jurors have lives.
Exactly.
You know, which you are hindering. You know what I'm saying? You know, you come to court every day, you speak on the same things every day with all your witnesses. You know, even when you bring the law enforcement officers in, you asking them the same questions you done asked them 5 times before they come. You know what I'm saying? They have been now some of your witnesses have been now 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm. But you keep saying you got a witness list of 17,000 people. So why we have to hear the same witnesses 3 or 4 times? Let me tell you what I think that is. I think that is these investigators that they have out in the street every day are coming up short on finding these witnesses that they proclaim to have as witnesses. Some of these people, they can't find them. That's why they went to using the scare tactic on, if you don't answer to this subpoena, we gonna get a warrant and arrest you. Now, that still doesn't mean, people, you have to testify. That warrant is just because you didn't answer to the subpoena. You still have the right not to testify. And you can plead the fifth. You know, you can't be made to testify. It's not, that's not the law. You can't be forced to testify. So if you're being forced to testify and you feel like they're doing you some injustice, I don't care what courtroom you're going in. You need to bring it out in the courtroom. You need to let the judge know as soon as you walk in there, I'm being forced to be here. That'll prove that you don't really want to be there. You know, we gotta start making these people responsible for their actions. We got to. You know, Miss Love is good at what she does. We got to give her that credit. Because as much as she can dress them lies up sometime in court, a lot of times she still win the battle now. She still win. She still win because it still winds up going some kind of way, her way. So as me on the judge's behalf, we got to go, I'm glad she's standing solid on when I say this what it is, that's what it is, but she got to be consistent. Right. She got to be consistent. Glanville, on the other hand, you'd have thought him and Miss Love had a thing, like Mr. and Mrs. Jones. So we gotta, I'm glad that a lot of things are coming out, and I'm definitely thankful for Miss Love for being Miss what her name? Miss Odell. I call her Adrian Odell Love. Cause, as Steve Harvey say, Miss Odell gonna give me one. Mm-hmm. She gonna give me one every time. All you gotta do is let her talk. Mm-hmm. Let her talk and she's gonna give you one. She gonna throw a lie out there so quick. She gonna put some deceit in the testimony and the questioning, to where it's obvious now. That's not good. When people have listened to you for so long be deceitful, and they become accustomed to your habit, which is to be deceitful, hey man, that's a 99% fight that you subject to lose. And I'm speaking on that because she has been doing this throughout the trial. Yeah. Since, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. She came in like that. So she's consistent because she walked in the door like that. I said this a while back that, and I want to reiterate it. She came in mashing the gas as if she's been there the whole while. This set of district attorneys came in on this case 8-9 months after it started. And they have actually put up a bogus prosecution as if they've been there since day one. So we got to watch that. We got to really pay attention to that. Here's a brand new set of people that's trying to prosecute a case that was 9 months in when they got it. Yep. They don't know what this case started out being about. They don't know what it became to be about. None of that. They came in on the back end of the trial. of the hearings, put it like that, to where our judge, to where Judge Glanville intentionally, like Madam Judge say about Miss Love, you are intentionally doing all this.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, but she had help in the beginning. And you know, we all know as parents, as people, of citizens, of humans, anytime you allow somebody to start off doing something and you don't straighten it from the beginning and you let it continuously go on and on and on, they get accustomed to that. Mm-hmm. So by your Glanville allowing Ms. Love to get away, to allowing Ms. Love and the second district attorney team
Right.
get away with so much mischief, so much deceit, so many lies. Now they feel like it's really the gospel. Yeah. They really believing in their lies. They really believing in what they are doing. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. They are maliciously prosecuting this case. And they are maliciously prosecuting their witnesses. The ones that come from the street, not their officers. It's just the people, the civilians, that they are putting on the stand. And when they don't agree with whatever they want them to agree with, now you want to seek
revocation of their bond,
to revoke their pleas. You know, you want to revoke their pleas. You want to say, okay, they not abiding by the rules. Some y'all ain't abided by since the damn case started.
That were corrupt. The pleas
So
were corrupt anyway.
The pleas are corrupt.
Anyway, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, these are made, let's understand this, people. These are made up pleas. Mm-hmm. These are pleas that they made up. These are not plea deals that's in record.
That shouldn't even be active anyway, because the judge that was on the case when the pleas were solidified has been removed. So the pleas should not be.
Everything should be dropped.
Exactly.
Everything, because he's a part of the corruption.
Exactly.
That took place, that's taking place, and consistently taking place. You know, what about these guys like Quintavious Grill, Nothin, who he revoked on a charge that was later dismissed?
Exactly. Now what?
Because proof was put before them to show them that this man didn't possess a gun that they said they caught him with.
Now what? But the public don't know that.
But they revoked him. This kid was done so wrong. Nothin Quintavious Grill, a.k.a. Nothin, was done so wrong to where his attorney came to his hearing expecting to just be heard on a hearing for him getting in the trouble that he got in. And she walked into a real trial. And she was unprepared. So she was speechless.
Right.
She was caught completely off guard to where she couldn't even respond, man. So here she is standing there looking at the judge like, really? You let me walk into this? You knew these people were coming in here to have a trial, a revocation hearing. And I wasn't notified to be prepared for it. That's on the judge. That's on the DA. You know, and then he put this show on, give somebody this $9,000 degree, this damn consultation, and then say, but I'm going to go on with the state and I'm going to revoke it. And I'm going to revoke the whole 9.5 years. Get your ass out of here. You couldn't revoke the whole 9.5 years if you wanted to. It's probation, not parole.
Okay.
Then they send this kid to a prison a week later. He back in prison. But you got people that's sitting on Wright Street in the county jail that's been sitting out for years. Still haven't been prosecuted. Still haven't been indicted. Some of them don't even have charges. They waiting to find out what the hell they still being held for. But here's a man, you take the trial, convict him, then send him to prison. Let's make it make sense. But the excuse is we don't have enough judges to sit on the bench and go through the backup calendar to try to get some of these people out of jail or going to get them charged or convicted or whatever, or going to get them to their trials. Let's be for real, but anybody that has something to do with anything that can attach them to YSL, they taking them to trial.
Okay.
They convicting them. They offering them these bogus ass pleas, the whole 9 yards, and then sending them straight to prison. Let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense.
Right.
How come you can't go get some of them cases that's backlogged and bring them to them same judges?
Make it make sense.
Why you can't do that? Why you can't take them same district attorneys, put them in the courtroom to prosecute the cases? You got guys sitting in jail on not only on the YSL case, but on a lot of on cases that doesn't have anything to do with YSL, and they still don't have public defenders.
And let's not talk about the mental health ward.
You know, you got mental health people still sitting in jail on nothing. But you got a damn sheriff riding around town doing nothing. Only time he show up to go to his jail is when something happens. And that's a known fact. If you think it's not a known fact, pull up at the jail at 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning when they change the shift and ask some of the deputies when to be the best time to catch the sheriff hand. They're going to laugh at your ass. They're going to laugh at you. This is the corruption that we have going on in Fulton County. We got a young lady that's running for Fulton County District Attorney, and her name is Courtney Kramer. We need to support her. We need to support her. The people at City of Atlanta, Fulton County needs to support Courtney Kramer. She's the best candidate for the job. Everybody else scared.
I've never seen that in my life.
You know, everybody else is scared.
Very scared.
Courtney Kramer is willing to risk all to stand up for the people and do things the right way. We got to get somebody in these offices that's willing to stand up. Let me tell y'all something, and then we're going to get back to what we're here for. We had posters put on Metropolitan Atlanta, all the way down Metropolitan, all the way down Cleveland Avenue to Jonesboro Road. That was posters of Courtney Kramer running for Fulton County District Attorney. one day last week, or in the early part of this week, some kind of way, all of those posters have disappeared.
Wow.
Let's make that make sense. All of those posters have disappeared. If anybody rides down Metropolitan and Cleveland Avenue, look on the side of the streets and do you see a poster with Courtney Kramer on it.
That's supposed to be legal. They're not supposed to be able to touch other people's.
But you got
Fines.
a lot of people that's running for tax commissioner, the district attorney office, Miss Willis. You know, you got all of their posters are still there. Only person posted that was down on those areas that disappeared was Courtney Kramer's. Are we really that corrupt?
You're not supposed to be able to do that.
Are we really that corrupt? Let's see if they're going to pull the street cams
Because they do have
and
those.
see who those people were that pulled those signs down.
They have those cams. They're supposed to be able to look at those.
Let's see if we're going to see that. Okay, getting back to the situation at hand. We're going to go to the clips of Miss Love at one of her, as I call them, lie situations. You know, to where she tried to dress it up and she couldn't dress it up. She couldn't dress it up as if she was dressing herself. You know, and that's when the judge had to actually get on her for her trying to do all this mischief. Now, let's watch and let's pay attention to Miss Odell Love.
Said to you, is any of it hearsay? Is any of it being offered for the truth? And you said no.
Your Honor, what I was asking the witness to do is to tell what was of significance to that number and what he did in terms of finding out and corroborating information that he obtained. Because he obtained phone records. I don't intend that this evidence or this exhibit will prove or show that this is Justin Cobb's phone number.
You're asking him that? And
No,
asking
Your
him
Honor,
to testify to that?
I'm asking him, and I understand the court, I'm asking him
you?
what handle it's next to, and Your Honor, what he did after seeing what he saw on this
That's
social
not what
media
you
page.
asked. You represented at the bench that none of this, that being the writing on the right side of the picture, which we're all squinting
truth. See, what I need to do is I need to get a Bible and sit it on the desk. And I need to see, can I get Miss Love to come to Nothing But the Truth
She won't.
and be interviewed by us. And then I'm going to tell her, well, Miss Love, let me tell you something. You're not here because we're not trying to find the truth of the matter. We just want to know, is you bullshitting this case intentionally? And I would love to hear what she would respond to that and say. All right? You know, so this is what she's trying to explain to the judge for people who don't understand what's going on with this. She's trying to justify her saying when everybody approached the bench, and what she said to the judge was, we're not asking this question in search of the truth of the matter. All right? Let's keep rolling it. And I want everybody to pay attention to all this stumbling she's doing. She's stumbling so much you would think she was drunk.
Out because it's tiny on the piece of paper, and so I am relying upon you to actually be honest with the court and opposing counsel so that we can deal appropriately with the evidentiary issue. Was any of it being offered for the truth? And you said no, and then you turned around, and after it was admitted over the overruling of the hearsay objection, based on the representation that nothing was being offered for its truth, you drew the witness's attention to the phone number and tried to have the witness testify to whose phone number it was. If that is not offered for the truth, what is it?
Your Honor, it explains what steps he next took. It wasn't that he sat there and took this phone number and said, okay, this is Justin Cobb's phone number. He went and sought records based on what he saw on this social media post. So it's not, this post can't prove anything, but I do expect that the witness will testify based on what he saw, regardless, because it's a legitimate.
Why can't you just, at the bench, when you know that the reason you're offering it is for the phone number, and then to ask the witness other questions about what he did based on that phone number, and seeing that phone number, say to everybody so that we know what we're dealing with, you know, it's this phone number. And then I'm going to ask him XYZ about the phone number, and then we'll know what we're dealing with.
Because my understanding that what was being objected to was not the phone number, was the comments that was the words, Your Honor. And again, this piece of evidence does not prove anything, as anybody would be able to say. But when he saw this on Justin Cobb's page, or a picture of Justin Cobb next to what he believed to be Justin Cobb's handle, he sought additional information. The entire cross.
Number one of the comments.
Frog chirping.
I'm sorry, what, Your Honor?
I mean, that is included within what you're now calling comments. All of them just being.
And I asked at the bench what comments they were asserting was hearsay, Your Honor. I literally asked it.
I asked at the bench, is any of this being offered for its truth?
And Your Honor, it's being offered to explain DDA Sprinkle's actions that he took next. Your Honor, these records have been collected as part of what he did in this investigation. He was asked on cross-examination, did he take particular steps to corroborate what was given to him in certain interviews? That was the preceding question before I asked him about this particular post. So the state intended and intends to introduce the records that
now,
DDA Sprinkle.
Everybody that's listening to this, if you listening to this, if you heard this at home, on your TV or whatever when you following this case, she's now insulting the judge's intelligence. Because she's actually trying to convince the judge of something that the judge even said is not right. That's an insult to a person's intelligence, man. Let's be for real. So you gonna tell me, if I say that ice cream in that freezer is butter pecan. And you tell me, well, Big Jeff, I ain't trying to ask you about the butter pecan to establish the damn truth. But do it have pecans in it? Is it ice cream with pecans in it?
Or is it mayonnaise?
Or is it ice cream with chestnuts in it or walnuts in it? Or, you know, so either or, you asking me to tell you the truth. So if that's not you trying to get me to tell the truth, then what is it? Like the judge asking her, what is it? Now, right then, she should have quit. She should have surrendered that conversation and just said, Your Honor, then we're not going to ask that question then. But no, not Miss Odell. Miss Odell gonna go on and give you one. She gonna try to justify that. Now you trying to justify what the hell the judge just said to you. Let me tell you something, man. When you got a person that you're dealing with like that can't stand to be wrong, you got problems on your hand. When you got a person that not only can they not stand to be wrong, but they feel like they can do like our kids try to do to us. Give us a reason for any and every damn thing that you say to them or ask them. Our children do that shit. Our children thinks that every question is to be answered. That's Miss Love. Miss Love thinks that every question is to be answered. Ask me a different question then. Don't ask me the same shit 17 different ways. That's her stall tactic. That's how she stalls this case out. She has done this from day one of taking over this case because they know that they don't have a case really. What they were banking on, my slimes, was the fact that all of these guys were going to sit in jail under the pressure of D.A. Funny Willis, the prosecuting team, and Judge Earl Glanville. And as long as he's telling them no bond on nothing, guess what? Eventually they're going to take these pleas. So they went in thinking that, okay, we're gonna win this case off of all of these guys taking pleas. And when it didn't happen, people, they had to try to quit fast and in a hurry, put a case together because they didn't have one. In 2017, the Fulton County DA office, or the Fulton County District Attorney, somebody went to the Brookhaven or Santa Springs courts and asked them to reopen a case on Young Thug because they needed the property that was taken out of our house so that they can have jurisdiction to go through it and try to hope they can find something from 2015 and build a case with it. That's why we're so stuck in 2015, people, so y'all will know, so everybody will know. This is why 2015 means so much in this case, which 2015 means actually nothing in this case. Nothing. So to justify their wrongdoing, which is going to get that property out of property, when I tried to retrieve it 3 times and couldn't get it because they told me it wasn't there. But some kind of way, you all wind up with it. And that's what the judge was asking them back in 2022. I think it was in November. He was asking them, October, November. He kept asking them, I need somebody to tell me, how was you all able to go get some property that was awarded to a man and he couldn't get it? Guess what? All of those district attorneys that started out on this case left behind that. They left. Mr. Geary left because it was later established, which he was the lead prosecutor, which it was later established that he was asked to step down and let Ms. Love prosecute this case because it doesn't look good for a white man to be trying to prosecute all these black boys. Okay? Ms. Rosenbaum, or whatever her name was, she left the case because one day we was in court and we took a recess and the media camera was still rolling. And it picked her up in the witness, in the jury's booth, saying to her colleagues that they don't give a damn about none of these other people on this indictment. They just want Jeffrey Williams. And it went out over the airwaves. And people heard it. The next week she came in and said she had another job, as they say. That Monday, Love them was on the case, prosecuting like they've been there the whole while. Let's be for real. That make it make sense now. Let's make it make sense. You know, and I'm not saying this to try to find out the truth of the matter. I'm saying this because it is the truth. It's nothing but the truth.
Not about the truth. That's stuff the public don't know.
It's nothing but the truth. There's a lot of things that has taken place, people, that they try to throw stones in the road so that you can forget about it. But that's what this show is based on, giving you the things that they have taken away from you because it came out and they had to some kind of way kill it. So they created a turbulence in the courtroom so that everybody can get stuck on that and forget about this. So that's why the young man was able to walk through a full courtroom from the back of the courtroom, walk past 5 or 6 deputies, walk through the gate into the foyer of the courtroom, and walk up on Young Thug, and as they say, hand him a Percocet. Who said that was a Percocet? We have never seen a test for it.
Right.
Who said it was anything? We have never seen it. But remember this, if everybody go back, I want everybody to go back to that clip, to go back to that day, and see the part that they don't want you to recognize. And that's the Deputy Ingram, meeting that defendant at the table. They got to the table at the same time. So somebody knew what was going on. Why would he meet him at that table? Why didn't nobody stop him when he first stood his ass up? He's incarcerated. He's in custody. So how was he even able to get up and consider walking through the courtroom? Come on now.
Make it make sense.
Let's make it make sense. I went in the courtroom in somebody else's trial. I want y'all to hear this story now. I went to somebody else's trial. Ain't got nothing to do with YSL. I was supporting another family that was going through damn near the same thing we going through. I walked in the courtroom. Deputy Ingram was in that courtroom. I sat down I sat down for about 10, 15 minutes. And then he asked me to come to the door. I walked to the door. He said, who are you him with? What fucking business is it of yours who I'm him with? First of all, this is open court. It's open record. When you have to acknowledge who you come to court for. So anyway, I played the game. I'm here for the victim family. His words were, after him and a couple of the other deputies, they not even monitoring the courtroom. They done surrounded me. I know y'all know who I am. But anyway, he say, well, I'm gonna need you to go out this door, which is the door that we come in, and come through the other door, which is the door that the attorneys and the deputies and everybody go out of, that we don't supposed to come in. And I need you to sit on the third row in the middle of the row. I said, for what? For what? So I said, okay, I'm gonna play the game. I said, okay, cool. He said, but before you go out the door, I need you to do something for me. What you need me to do for you? You the deputy. I'm a civilian. I said, what you need me to do? He said, I need you to pull your shirt up. Huh? You need me to pull my shirt up for what? I came through classification. I got search coming in. So what are you trying to say? Okay, it look like you might have something on you. What I got on me, I got on a shirt that's not in my pants. How do it look like I got something that stopped at my waist? My shirt stopped at my waist. So guess what I did? I played the game. I raised my shirt up. Now what? I went through the door, I sat on the third row, and I made sure I sat in the middle so I can be sitting right in front of the judge. If that's what you want. You want to be able to text the judge and say, this is Mr. Williams, which is Jeffrey Williams, young, aka Young Thug father, that's in the RICO case, like y'all do everybody else that y'all arrest in my family. Everybody they have arrested in my family, yeah, Fulton County has really, really attacked my family. To where we have the same prosecutors that goes into the courtroom when one of my loved ones go to court. They're using them to prosecute my family members, the whole 9 yards. I got family members in jail that they won't even give a bond to. I have a son in jail by the name of Gregory King that is 100% mute. He can't hear or talk. And their reason for not giving him a bond is because he's a threat to the community, somewhere he don't even stay.
Shame.
He's capable of threatening witnesses. He's capable of paying off witnesses. He's capable of doing, hey man, first of all, what you need to try to tell me is, who in the hell can talk to him? You can't find 35 people. You can't find one person. You can't find from 1 to 35 people in the Cleveland Avenue area who can talk to him. Now let's make it better than that. You don't even have a correction officer. You don't even have a turnkey at the Fulton County Courthouse who can talk to him. At the Fulton County Jail, At the Fulton County Jail that can talk to him. So he's not a threat in the jail, he's a threat on the street. Let's make it make sense. So the acting district attorney that started out on the case, and she was there because the prosecuting attorney was on maternity leave, as they say. So when the prosecuting attorney came back, they took him to court for another bond hearing. And the prosecuting attorney says, well, Your Honor, the state recommend that he has a $100,000 bond. And the judge looked at the state and said, and what happened for y'all to change y'all mind? Really? So she said, well, nothing. The district attorney just decided, just said, come and offer a $100,000 bond. She looked at the prosecutor and said, do you think that she will be willing, that the district attorney will be willing to come to court and testify to that? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
It's all about money.
And she said, then she followed it up with, so until she can or whatever, I'm going to continue my first decision. No bond. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Now, my son is sitting in the Fulton County Court, in the Fulton County Jail with medical issues, and they can't treat him. You know why? Because they can't fucking talk to him. They can't talk to him. So guess what, Fulton County? Let something happen to him. Let something happen to him. And this ain't a threat. This is not a threat. I hope don't nothing happen to him. Just because somebody's being an asshole. When have we ever heard of a lot of things that has taken place in Fulton County, not with the judges being not fair? Let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. You already done gave him 14 bogus ass charges for something he ain't had nothing going on with. All because he was on Cleveland Avenue and walked into a damn store. So these are some of the things that these kids are going through. And let's make it clear. Not just my family members, some of you all family members too. It's just they have targeted my family members because they don't have nothing to do toward Young Thug. Here's a man that has no criminal history. The judge has denied him bond 5 times. And people who have came to me about this issue, this is one of their biggest arguments. How do they not get a bond? How can he not get a bond? Let's make it make sense. I got a grandson they took to trial. They took my grandson to trial, and he's incompetent. And they didn't allow his mental record or his personal medical record to come into the case, into the trial. When they stopped doing that?
Never heard of that.
When did they stop doing that? So all of these are tactics that they are doing to try to pressure the guys in the RICO, in the YSL RICO, to take these pleas. Now you have everybody talking about a young man that's on the YSL case who supposedly been paying a deputy to bring things into the jail. But guess what? It started out, she was bringing it out for other inmates. And then once they find out one of the guys that's on the RICO, on the YSL RICO, may be a suspect as well, everything went from that to
YSL.
deputy bringing YSL inmate, one of the YSL co-defendants, allowing him to dish that in the third in the jail. Really? We're going to make every goddamn thing about YSL? We're going to make everything going on about YSL. Are you all really that desperate for a charge to be presented? But guess what, people? That's still, why would you say YSL when it's one individual? These are the things that they do to try to make us think and look like what they're trying to make these guys look like. And that's a game. What I eat don't make the next man shit. Excuse my French. But that's the truth. If I decide to go out here, if I decide right now to go out and commit crimes, just because I'm Young Thug's father, that make him guilty of the crime? That make my other children guilty of the crime? That make my family on a whole guilty of my crime? Let's make it make sense. Let's make this shit make sense. When is someone gonna step in and say enough is enough, man?
All right, just say, I'm sorry you and your family are going through this. Something has to be done.
Because at the end of the day, something gonna give in the end now. Something gonna give in the end. At this point of the game, this case has went to monetary value.
That's all.
It's went to monetary value. I wish I can ask all the people in the world not to look at this trial another day. Because that's the only hope we may have of this trial ending as soon as possible. Unless the judge just say, okay, I'm just dog tired now. It's over. I give the judge all her props, but she got to make a stand sooner or later. She gonna have to make a stand. They are holding up 19 people's lives, and I'm not talking about the defendants. I'm talking about the jurors. They have held up these people's lives for a whole year, just about, on nothing. Some of these people probably have lost their houses, their cars, their livelihood to a whole. Because they're not making any money sitting down a damn jury booth listening to this bull. Let's do the math. Let's do the math, people. You make $25 a day. $25 a day. See, what we got to stop thinking is the whole overall. It's 30 days. It's approximately at least 30 days to a month, except for February. All right? Let's do the math. If you're making $25 a day as a juror, you're not getting paid but for 22 days, supposedly. Because we got 4 weeks that they don't go to court, which is the weekend. It's 4 weekends in a month. That's 8 days. Now, they were, as Glanville was stating, they were having administration days once a week. That's another 4 days. That's 12 days. Then some days, they'll say, we're not going to court until Tuesday. Because now he got something going on every Monday. So he stops court for every Monday, and it starts Tuesday. You ain't got but Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But remember, that's 3 days a week now, because you don't go Monday and you don't go Friday. So that's 5 days a week. That's 20 days. So how many days we really in court, people? 10 days. You do the math. $25 for 10 days, that's $250 a month. Let's make this shit make sense. But here's a judge telling people that their hardship does not reach to him the satisfaction of you being dismissed from being a juror. Are you serious? Just that alone is a good enough hardship for you not to be a juror. I can't afford to be one, Your Honor.
I'm trying to tell you.
You can't afford to be a juror for this long. So I give Judge Page high props on that, because she actually came in, and that was one of her first arguments. She was considering the damn jury. First and foremost, because it makes sense. But see, you got people like Ms. Love, she gonna get her check. She already got her check. She got more than her salary to prosecute this case. Yeah, we know. We know. Because you one of the people. You one of the people. It has been said that Miss Hilton, and I feel so sorry for her sometimes, she has actually said herself, well, it's been said that she has said herself that she wished she had stayed in domestic violence. And I can believe her. I can believe her. You know, we done seen Miss Love throw some stones at Miss Hilton now a couple of times. Quiet as it kept. Quiet as it kept. But I want to say this. You know, Miss Hilton, she tried. She tried, but you can tell that in her soul, she's not that person. She really feel, you know, I think she really feel some kind of way, man, about doing this illegal thing, these illegal stunts to these people. You know, and I sympathize with her on that. I really sympathize with her on that, because you can see that it's not in her. She has been thrown in a fire that she hates she has ever laid her hands in. And you can tell. You can tell. You know, so that's why Love stands out so much. Because she's the one who's actually trying to put up this anonymous fight, knowing that it's really not a fight. You know, when you resort to things that means nothing to try to prove a point, Hey man, that says a lot about your character. That says a lot about your character. Tweets, text messages,
Emojis.
Instagram pictures, emojis. Come on now. Come on now. You got videos of things that don't mean nothing. Let me tell y'all something. Let me wake y'all up to something. When this case first started, well, before this case started, back in 2015 when the incident happened to that young man in the drive-by, they have a video that some kind of way has came up missing because I haven't saw it yet. I haven't saw the prosecutors play it yet. So to me, it's just like Miss Gator's file. It don't exist right now. Now, Miss Love gonna bring it out. Trust me, she gonna give us one, y'all. I promise you she will. But anyway, on this video, they have two guys that was in that same gas station right after the incident happened. These guys were bigger than these guys for YSL, taller than them, the whole 9 yards. Even the guy they showed over in their apartment complex across from it, some kind of way, they done made a man say he was standing at the bus stop. Now, it was a guy actually standing in the parking lot of the apartments on the video. All of these guys fit the description that they was first given on that case. Some kind of way, they done maneuvered it and put a video. They done went back to the store. This is what they did. They done went back to the store, went through video, found video of people that came after the fact to see what had done happened. And when they seen the people that they wanted to see, that's okay. This is how we going to put the case on them, this way. Let me tell y'all, let's be real. If I got a call right now and somebody said, hey man, so-and-so just got shot, or they just did a drive-by, or some people were just fighting and this happened, that happened, somebody lost their life, and it's somebody I know, guess what I'm going to do, people? I'm going to do like everybody else do. I'm going to pull up and see what's going on because this is somebody I know. Who don't do that? Who doesn't do that this day and time?
Yeah.
Who doesn't do that? So it'll be easy for me to be standing somewhere and somebody take a picture of me and say, oh, Big Jeff was there. So do that mean I had something to do with it? First of all, I would have to be a damn fool, won't I, to be a participant in a crime, especially a shooting, a drive-by, and I remain on the damn scene. What the hell I'm going to stay there for? If I did it, I know what happened. If I were taking a part in it, I know what's happening. So why would I stay there? Why would I let myself be seen, period? So now you calling me really a notorious gangster. Because I killed a man and stayed there to make sure he was dead? Really? Really, let's make this shit let's make it make sense. I sympathize with that young man for getting his life took. I sympathize with anybody who lose their life like that. But you just can't put it on anybody, man, because you got some personal issues. That's not fair. That's not fair, man. Because if I was his parents, if I was his family, if I was a member of his immediate family, I would have been given homicide the business. This shit happened in 2015. Y'all done had 7 or 8 people, first of all, that you all have taken one side on, saying that they did it, and let them go. Now, here we is, 6 years later. 6 years later, and y'all gonna somebody starts a RICO and put all these anonymous people in a RICO, and then we say we're gonna try to use his murder to convict them with. Really? Really? Are y'all serious? You couldn't play with my child life like that.
Almost 10 years later.
You could not play with my child's life like that. That's an insult to this man's family. So guess what? That was a cold case. First of all, let's not forget that. For them to just now be trying to say something about convicting somebody for it again, they had done thrown that shit away. So now you're going to come and bring it back into my life, and I'm sitting here looking at it play on TV for 2 years. And you haven't proved to me not one thing that can say one of these people had something to do with it. Really? You have brought witnesses from that neighborhood and put them on the stand as a witness. And a young man sat there and told you straight up, the reason he said that Woody was one of the people that was in the car that rode by and did the shooting was because he wanted somebody to pay for his friend getting killed. Are you serious? But y'all gonna put him on the witness stand and say he lying? How can, just like Judge Whitaker said to Attorney Sharp, when he said something about, well, Your Honor, he came in and he's telling a lie, this, that, and the other, and the judge said, how you can say he's telling a lie? How you know he's telling a lie? It go the same way for Ms. Love. If she trying to impeach her witnesses, these are their witnesses. She trying to impeach their witnesses, saying that they're lying because they said one thing today and something else different tomorrow. Shouldn't that rule stand for her too? Right. How can you say they lying? How can you tell if a person lying? Somebody tell me that if you don't know them. Now, if there's somebody you done been around all your life, yeah, you can tell when they lying because you done been there long enough to know them like that. But how can you say a person is lying that you don't know? Come on now. Let's make it make sense. So it's good for the geese, but not good for the gander. Really? That's how I go. We gotta make things make sense. We gotta make them make it make sense. Judge Whitaker is doing something that I have been saying from day one. She's now making them make a lot of shit that they trying to do, a lot of things that they trying to put in as evidence, a lot of things that they trying to put in as questions that they gonna ask the witnesses, this, that, and the other. She's making them make it make sense.
Yep. She is.
What do you need to have a 30-minute questioning on somebody to ask them about a shooting that was done in the damn neighborhood? Mm-hmm. They ain't telling you that one of these defendants is the one that did it. Oh, yeah, they had a shootout and my car got shot. Okay. And it came from something that was going on 3 houses down. Okay. What's to testify to? What's to testify to? Oh, but I forgot. We're not trying to establish the truth of the matter. We're just trying to say some shit.
Yeah.
You understand? We're just trying to prolong this
We're
case.
just throwing it out there.
Yep.
Yeah,
We just trying to prolong this
we're
case.
just stalling it. Yeah.
You understand? You know, and like I say, I can't say it enough. It's sad that Miss Odell Love is just giving it to us. She just giving it to her. You brought your witness, which you have had at least, I know she has at least been now 4 times. Investigator Gator, Officer Gator.
That's crazy.
Retired Gator.
Right.
Sergeant Gator. Call her whatever.
And how is she able to say, well, I don't know what was there. Oh, that wasn't there. But then that was there. But then that wasn't there.
You know,
like, what?
some kind of way this mysterious file
Right.
just done popped up in Love's hand all of a sudden.
That's ridiculous.
But you done had this woman on the witness stand
Twice.
4 or 5 times.
Right, ridiculous. Let me read this comment. Jason Hodges says, Love has 8 bar complaints. Hilton has 1. Fonnie has 1. And Gaither has 1.
But Gator's not a lawyer, so how you
Thank you.
Yeah, where are you getting
Well,
this information
no,
from?
but she could be. She could be. I had some law. Yeah, she could be. She could have a bar. So she could be an attorney. You know, but at the same time,
Yeah, she not a attorney.
she probably has a degree that done made her out to study law for a minute.
But
So that's how it goes.
But we gotta
So,
confirm.
yeah.
We can't just be
Hey
putting
man,
out
it is what it is.
fake
So,
information.
you know, but
Jason.
it's sad,
Come on,
man.
Jason.
But who really should be disbarred is Judge Glanville.
You can.
He should be disbarred. Because he's an attorney now.
That's correct. He is an attorney, but
He should have been disbarred.
judges have some type of immunity where
Okay.
Just like polices.
But as a judge, the justice system
it should be some type
should be
yeah.
done did something about him doing that.
right.
Because you have been proven, it has been proven that you manipulated this trial.
And you refuse to recuse yourself after
you recused it.
multiple requests.
Thank you.
Multiple.
So, you know, that's a proven fact.
He said Google GA Brady list. Well,
You understand? So at the same token, man, we gotta, you know, when is somebody gonna say enough is enough? We got a prosecutor who takes warrants out on people because they don't answer to
the way they want to.
they don't answer to the subpoenas. They don't answer to the subpoenas. So, okay, we're going to seek a warrant for their arrest to make them answer to a subpoena, and then we're going to drag them into court and tell them they must testify. That's a lie. You can't do that.
but then her man.
You
don't.
can't do that. But now check this out. OG Funny Willis said she ain't answering to no damn subpoena for nobody.
Sure did.
And didn't show.
Didn't do it.
She ain't in jail.
Didn't do it.
Ain't seen nobody put no warrant on her.
Not yet.
So evidently you can do that, people.
Oh, but Ashley coming, baby.
Evidently you can do that. How about that? That must be something you really can do. She said that her subpoena, the reason she's not answering her subpoena is because it's unlawful. What's unlawful about your subpoena? So that in that the case, all of these witnesses that the state trying to bring in on this YSL case, guess what they need to tell them? It's unlawful, so I'm not answering.
Fab 40, Fab
It's
540 said thug funny.
It's unlawful, so I'm not answering. Do your job.
Do your job.
You know, we got to remember now, what's good for the geese got to be good for the gander.
It should be able to work both ways, but we all know that it's not. it doesn't work that way. But there is.
You understand? So, but she's actually showing us. And, I'm saying it in a joking manner, but I'm being real.
Right.
She's really showing us, people, that these are the things, these are the rights that you actually have. They're displaying to us that these are the rights that we actually have.
Like,
We just be scared of the system because we don't know.
Right.
This case is showing us any and everything that we are capable and qualified to be able to do on the justice behalf.
That's true.
Because remember now, once you start going to trial, once you start going to court for anything, you are considered a civilian. You're a citizen. You are a citizen. All your notoriety go out the window.
Ashley
It
sent
goes
her
out the window.
warning. Yes, she did.
Huh? So, we gotta stand up. If we don't stand up for something, we're gonna fall for anything.
Absolutely.
All the time.
That's right.
All of the time. So we got
Keon.
Fulton County's best in the house with us today, y'all. Let's give it up for Miss Sylvia, the infamous Sylvia.
We got the infamous Miss Sylvia up in the
walked-
house with
She
us,
walked
y'all.
in on nothing but the truth
Nothing
today.
but the truth. We thank you for joining us today, Miss Sylvia.
So, we want to give it up for her, and we want to welcome her back into the light. Now, come Monday, Ed might be back out the courtroom because she came in. She appeared on nothing but the truth. So,
She know how it goes by now. She
so
been there.
it is it's really sickening.
Yeah.
It's really sickening, that she had to go through a lot, and she, and she went through a lot because of us. Really, and I got to be honest about that. A lot of things Miss Sylvia went through in the beginning of this case was because they found out that she was
Chosen by you.
she was breaking bread at the dinner table with Big Jeff. To where they actually would not allow her in the courtroom at first. And she was going along with it.
And he kept pushing me. You get
She was
there.
going along with it. And I kept telling her, you got a Rule 22, you got just as much right as the news reporters. Go in the courtroom. But see, they had this lady. They had this lady down there, which her name, is Captain Kendall, who did everything under the sun
She still do the most.
to deter her from being able to go in the courtroom. And that's sad. You're a fucking deputy. Why are you worrying about something ain't got nothing to do with you? Miss Sylvia's Rule 22 does not have anything to do with the sheriff department.
No.
They didn't sign that damn Rule 22. They don't have jurisdiction to say if somebody can have a Rule 22 or not. So why in the hell are you in somebody else's business, lady? Do your job. And her job was to keep manipulating my family
Manipulating.
through me. But it didn't work because, see, Big Jeff don't live like that. Big Jeff, old thug, whatever y'all want to call me. They had a name for me at Fulton County, and my nickname was Old Thug. Ain't that something? Fulton County Sheriff Department gave me a nickname. Ain't that some shit? But you got DA Love in the courtroom trying to prosecute people by their nicknames. Ain't that something? See, Big Jeff can make it make sense. Trust me, I can make it make sense. How can it be good for one and bad for the other? How can it be? I see an attorney comes on on his podcast, and he has actually named Disco Attorney Funny Willis OG Funny Willis. Really? Really? But y'all throw Miss Sylvia out the courtroom because she put names of other things in place of the jury and tried to make it look like she was saying these jurors this is who this jury is to her. Really? Y'all say she can't take pictures of the jurors. She can't use the juror's name or whatever. So why she can't make up 12 names? Whether they be names of animals, reptiles, anything. That don't mean she's talking about that particular juror. She making a juror. What if she was trying to create a cartoon? Did anybody ask that? You know, did anybody ask her to say, well, what was the purpose of you naming these jurors this, that, and the third?
I mean, she's only in there all day.
She only in there all day.
She's only in there all day.
You know what I'm saying?
Listening to Miss Love's style tactics all day, every day.
Let me tell you something. If I was a president and I had to go to war, and I felt like I was finna have to take my country to war, and I needed somebody who could put up enough distraction for me to get everything in place so that when I mash that button, it'll be already over.
Yes.
Come here, Miss Love.
Okay. Sis.
Come here, Miss Love.
Kim Folk.
I need you to put the stall tactic in.
Come through.
Best at it. Hey man, listen. You got to give credit what credit due. She has the best stall tactic I have ever seen in my life, and she don't quit with it.
On point.
She don't quit with it, man. She gonna do whatever it take to try to change your mind.
Gang, gang. As long as they let her keep talking, she gonna keep going with it.
Now that's gang.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
That's gang right there. That's gang. I done seen some people with some mouthpieces on them. Hey man, they ain't fucking with love.
They ain't messing with it.
Hey man, love is the best of the best, man. Let me tell you something. OG Funny Willis gonna pick the girl sidekick than Batman picking Robin.
Really?
Shit. We thought Batman picked Robin as a hell of a sidekick. Shit. Funny got Adrian Love, man. And then she got Marissa Beverita as a backup.
Doing it on the wrong side. They good at what they do. I mean,
Those two have
they
the
just on the wrong
best
side.
game in the system to me. Adrian Love and Marissa Beverita, they can throw some shit out there on you, man. Ain't seen nobody tougher. Y'all gonna see Marissa Beverita in shortly. And then y'all understand what I'm saying. She's the best. She's the best. She's the best hacker you can see. She's the best hacker that drops shit you can see. She can drop some shit out there, man, and won't nobody know where it came from. It just leaked out there.
Wow.
Hey, man, I done seen all leaks ain't that tough. All leaks on cars ain't that tough. Marissa Beverita could leak some shit, man, and hey, man, you won't never find out who did it. She the fake page queen. So y'all be careful. Some of these goddamn requests y'all getting ain't gonna be who you is, who you think it is. You know, so it's nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Adrian Love had a file that she got so involved into her deception, you know, and this is how you have to look at that. Because she was actually wrapped into something totally different in her questioning, and she just winded up slipping and started talking about things that was in Miss Gaither's file. So she had no choice but to grab it and say, well, would you recognize this if I showed it to you? Damn, I know Gaither was sitting there like, really? You don't do some shit like that? We supposed to be portraying that we don't know where to file at? And then you finna ask me, would I recognize some shit in it? I know Gaither thought she was going crazy at that point. I would've. You gonna ask me to identify a picture that I know is in my file. Because you trying to prove a point? And she asked it. Not only did she ask it, she picked the file up and went through it looking for it. And when the defense attorneys objected and made a stand on it, did y'all see how she tried to switch that shit up? And the judge said, no, what I want you to do is, I want you to put that paperwork, put that file back together like it was, and hand it to me, and then answer the question. Wow. 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 Ain't that something? Ain't that something? You gave the whole secret away. And not only did you it ain't like it was a one sheet file. You had a whole damn novel of file. And you actually tried to dress that up after you handed it to the judge. That's just like one of my kids going in the kitchen. And I said, don't you go in there and mess with them cookies. And you go in there and you get you one out the jar because we can't hear you screw the top off for it or pull the top off for it. And then you eat that one. But it was so good, your ass had to have a nut. So instead of you sticking your hand in the cookie jar and getting one cookie, you got 3. You know damn well, from the time you come out the kitchen to the living room, you not gonna be done ate them 3 cookies, fool. So you gonna get caught with one. Lil got caught with her hand in the cookie jar. Cause she got greedy.
Yeah.
She got greedy because she thinks she got all the sense, man. Love treats everybody that's in that courtroom as if they are fucking idiots. Not just these witnesses. She talked to the judge like the judge ain't got good sense. She talked to the defense attorneys like they ain't got good sense. She talked to her own team like they ain't got good sense. All you gotta do is pay attention to how they look at her sometimes when she talking to them. They even look at her like, this motherfucker crazy. Really? This lady got to be losing her mind.
For real.
Because with some of the things she say, man, it don't make no sense. So when we gonna say enough is enough? And I'm hoping that that's what the judge is doing.
Tangy 5-star rate says sure do.
I hope that the judge is doing what I let a lot of people do. Cause I'm good at that too. I let you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
I'm good at that too. I will let you hurt yourself. But see, unlike the judge, I'm gonna let you hurt yourself, but I'm not gonna let you feed me bullshit neither though.
Right.
I'm not gonna let you hurt yourself and feed me bullshit too. If you hurt yourself, you're gonna hurt yourself trying to prove yourself. Mm-hmm. Not thinking that because I'm allowing you to talk to me like a damn idiot, that's what I really am.
Exactly.
We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. So, it's just today, the judge, you know, they were doing arguments. They were doing motions.
Yeah.
You know, they've been doing motion these last couple of days. Something that should have already been done. So the judge is getting it out the way. She's trying to get it out the way as simple and quick as she can.
In the words of T.I.,
Expeditiously. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, so Lord wasn't there today, so I know they got a lot accomplished.
Yes.
She wasn't there, y'all. She wasn't there. At least I didn't see her earlier. Now she might have came later or whatever, but she wasn't there. So a lot of things got accomplished today. Trust me. Because if she'd have been there, they'll still be at 8 or 1.
Right.
They may have gotten to 3. Because she would have had a whole sermon on something.
Object, Your Honor, and nobody even did.
You know, so they accomplished a lot. Now, if she'd be there Monday, we got problem. If she don't be there Monday, we might can get about 10 or 20 more motions out the way.
Get them out, yeah.
You understand? So, you know, today was a good day on motions. You know what I'm saying? If some of you looked into it, you seen it and you heard it. You know, yesterday they did pretty good on motions. You know, she was there, you know, but a lot of things she was trying to do, the judge went with it. Huh?
Not yesterday. They had that meeting yesterday.
Yeah, they had the meeting, but they were there. I'm saying everybody was there,
Yeah,
discussing stuff. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah, some
you know,
some things accomplished.
you know, they've been accomplishing things for the
Yeah.
last 2-3 days. You know what I mean? So, you know, things are, you know, I'm not
Moving
gonna say
along.
things are looking right. It's moving along. You know, I ain't gonna say things are looking good. It's moving along.
Right.
You know, we don't know, cause all of us can wake up on the wrong side of the bed sometime. You know what I mean? So, I'm not gonna praise the trial. I'm gonna praise the accomplishments that they are making in the trial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so when people ask me, you know, when I think my son will be home or this, that, and the other, this is what I say to them. When God ready for him to come home, he'll be home. Because that's who I gave it to. I been gave it to him. I been gave my children back to who gave them to me. I did that years ago, not just now. I been did that. So I can only do so much as a father. Yeah, y'all, Slime, Young Thug, Jeffrey Lamar Williams too, has always had a father in his life. So regardless of what people try to make you think, I'm not here to prove a point to you. To let you know that I always been there. It's show for those who know. For those who don't know, I'm telling you. Whatever you done heard somebody say is a bunch of shit.
That's right, Tangy. He definitely a soldier.
Is a bunch of shit. So I want all men who have kids to be a father. And stop using your girlfriends or your wife or your trick off as an excuse not to be one. Let's do that. Let's do that. You know, so we just gotta keep praying and keep fighting.
Yep.
We're gonna keep praying and keep fighting until the end.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give Shanita the flow and let her say some things to you that she wanna say. And then I'm gonna let our guest, Miss Influence Sylvia, say something if she wanna say something, which I doubt. She's scared to talk to us now. You know, she don't play with us no more. She can't play with us in the sandbox no more. So, but we gonna find out why. We gonna find out why Miss Sylvia can't come in the sandbox. Cause all of us got some sand in our shoes.
You know, I just just I appreciate the time and space. I do. I hear a lot of things. Some things I'll say what I need to say. I don't hold my tongue. Right or wrong. My opinion is my opinion. They just like buttholes. Everybody have one, right? So I'm not afraid to speak my opinion. I'm not afraid to stand up for justice, and I'm not afraid to speak when I feel like people's rights are being violated in any aspect of life, whether it's criminal, whether it's dealing with veterans, whether it's dealing with mental health, whether it's dealing with whatever parts of life. I'm going to say something. If I'm there, I think it's something that I can't help at this point in my life. So I'm going to be here with the family of Mr. Jeffrey Williams, Mama Duck, and the rest of the family that are there. People don't understand what this family is going through, how hard it is for his mom to have to be here and get her in and out of court in her wheelchair, things of that nature. People don't understand what this family is going through and the harassment that they have to go through. It's very, very bad. And it's just difficult. And so we do ask to continue to lift the family in prayer. So that's about it. We'll continue to be here for them. And you all continue to keep Jeffrey in prayer because hip hop is on trial, as you all know.
No, we're gonna stop that hip hop shit. Hip hop is not on trial right here. Hip hop is not. This is nothing but the truth. Hip hop is not on trial right here.
Okay,
YSL
okay, big
and
child.
Jeffrey Williams is on trial. We heard Love say one day, we heard her say to the judge, they said, well, Your Honor, this trial is only about Mr. Williams, defendant Williams. She good. I like to hear her say that, though. I like, and it's crazy, but I like to hear her say, and defendant Williams, that's when she really into it when she say that. And defendant Williams this, and defendant Williams that. Hey man, this child is about nothing but
it's nothing
Jeffrey
but the
Williams.
truth. But guess what, though? If this trial prevails,
if this trial was not about Jeffrey Williams, it would say
change hip hop.
YSL.
It will change hip hop.
It would say YSL trial. It says Jeffrey Williams
trial.
Okay? This trial is about Jeffrey Williams and Jeffrey Williams only. Everybody else is being prosecuted for being people that's been around him.
That is true too. Absolutely.
This trial is about nobody but Jeffrey Williams.
Yes.
So, hip hop ain't got shit to do with this. Hip hop got something to do with Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, Usher, Beyonce, all these people. This is not hip hop on trial. Kevin Lowe was full of shit when he said that. This is not hip hop on trial. If it was hip hop on trial, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see all of the labels in the hip hop industry playing a role in this trial. They say lyrics.
Yeah,
the lyrics was just the excuse to get, the lyrics was fun as an excuse to convince the grand jury to sign that bogus ass indictment.
Yeah, that is true.
That's all it was. But you haven't heard nothing about hip hop nowhere in this trial. No more than them playing a song saying, well, in the song he said, beat that bitch down.
Right.
So that don't mean he talking about a lady who just got beat. That's a lyric. So we gonna excuse Shanita for that one. This is not about hip hop on trial, Shanita. It's about Jeffrey Lamar Williams one, aka Young Thug, on trial. Because when you look at these headings on this trial, when you match YouTube and that shit pop up, what it say when it pop up?
Young Thug.
Young Thug.
Yes, say
and
Young
the YSL trial.
Trial, yep.
I hear you, Big
Okay. So it don't say hip hop on trial.
Yeah.
It don't say, we ain't been in court for 29 months and the only thing they talking about is lyrics.
Nope.
I think that went out the door when they found out 3 of the songs they thought was him saying the verses
Right. We know he
was somebody else's.
Yeah. We know it's bogus. We know that, but that's what they're trying to say.
But we gonna we telling the truth. We're not gonna repeat what they say.
Right.
We doing nothing but the truth. This trial is about Young Thug, YSL trial.
Being a rich person making it out the hood.
Out the hood.
That's right. Nothing but true.
And it's a shame, man, because I want us to pay attention to everything that's going around in other cities, like the P. Diddy. I wasn't there, so I can't say what P. Diddy did was wrong. I can't say if it was right. I wasn't there. But what I can say is, if if Mississippi have a party, and I'm just speaking of fact, and I go to her party, and I seen what somebody said, when you got to the door, they said you had to drink this. Guess what Big Jeff want to be in, y'all?
Out.
At that party.
Gone.
Because you going to tell me I got to drink something in order to come into a party. I would have to be a damn fool to want to party with you that bad to where I got to walk in the door drunk or getting drunk or drinking.
So this what you're saying. There are groupies at parties.
That's right.
Period. So that's the word that we all are not saying.
Thank you.
There are groupies at parties, period.
No, and you can't call them, you can't just say groupies. You got people who follow these people.
And fans.
And want to be there.
You got fans who follow these people everywhere they go.
Yeah.
And
but
they can say we're going to be at the skating ring tomorrow.
But you also have innocent people, parents that also wanted to have their children, like in the R. Kelly situation. You also have parents that just wanted to have their children to be stars, too.
Okay, so go with your child.
True.
Hello.
True.
Go with your child. True. Don't let your child go. Why would I let my child go to R. Kelly's house and I stay in Atlanta and R. Kelly in Chicago?
Right.
Why would I allow my minor child to go by themselves to a grown man's house?
Right.
In another city that I have no understanding of whatsoever. I don't know this city. I couldn't find this man's house if I went to the city, the whole 9 yards.
I agree.
Why would I allow my child to get on a plane from Atlanta and go to Chicago, and then I don't hear from my baby within 24 hours, and then it become 2 years later and I still haven't heard about my child, and I'm still sending my black ass at home?
I agree.
After 24 hours,
right,
I'm on the next thing smoking, man, or I'm in the car driving.
Period.
You got young ladies who left home at 16.
Yeah.
And their parents didn't miss them until they were 19 or 20 years old.
Crazy. True. That's crazy.
But you want to say a man took advantage of your child?
That's
no.
Yeah.
Your child was grown when they left. Your child was grown when you put them on that plane and flew them to this man.
But you did make a good point last week when you said, how was it right for Hugh Hefner to have those young girls too?
But you got a man who was a legalized pimp.
Yeah.
And everybody done went to his house and did some nasty. They say the Grotto They say the water that was in the grotto at the Hefner Palace
Yeah.
may have not been full of nothing but semen.
Ooh.
That's nasty.
Ooh.
Cause everybody that done went there done had sex in it.
That's nasty.
Somebody in the comments said, tall
Now
glass said
you
Elvis
got
too.
you got Elvis Presley,
14.
who did the same type of shit. You got a guy that was the friend of Hugh Hefner y'all ain't never heard of. That had the same issue. Yeah. He didn't call his girls Playboy bunnies. Guess what his girls was?
What?
Penthouse models.
Yeah, yeah. So
okay,
it's to
so,
each his own. So like you said,
man,
what do they pick and choose? You know,
so Hugh Hefner had bunnies that ranged from 16 to 116. And never got prosecuted for pimping. Never had an issue to where somebody said Hugh Hefner did this to me, or I was at Hugh Hefner and a bunch of people did that to me, or I was giving something to drink, or I was giving something to smoke, or I was giving something to snort, or I was giving something to shoot, and this happened to me, or I woke up like this.
That's true.
And it's because people like who they like.
Right. And then what's
people like who they like.
Statute of limitation? How many years can you come back and say, "Oh, I was at this party 50 years ago"?
Now,
and then this happened.
We had, and then I'm gonna show you how deep it went with Hugh. It went so deep with Hugh. They put the Playboy Mansion in a damn movie.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the Eddie Murphy movie?
Yeah, that happened. Yep.
Beverly Hills Cop.
And then people got famous off of the Playboy. Like, what's her name? Kendra.
Thank you. So you got you go buy a magazine. You were able to buy a magazine back in the day from Penthouse.
Yeah.
From Playboy.
Yeah.
I had some.
Yes.
Shit. Still about one.
Oh God. Yeah.
Now, if you can't consider that,
right,
what they call now human trafficking, what is it?
That's true. I remember.
If that wasn't human trafficking, what was it? I'm on Miss Paige Whitaker now. I'm goddamn quoting her now. If that's not considered human trafficking, then what is it?
And what is it?
What is it?
It's two types of America. It's America for certain people, and then
with these black men, who want to be playboys,
right?
Who want to have the Playboy parties at the Playboy mansions and at the Playboy yachts. Now all of a sudden it's human trafficking. Do y'all understand how long P. Diddy been having these damn P. Diddy parties?
Years.
Years.
Here it is, 2024. We got some shit going on called human trafficking, and you throw him out there. If it was human trafficking now, it was human trafficking back then.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. If you got these white men who can do it, and I ain't trying to sound prejudiced, I'm just being real. It's the truth. Nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
If you got all these other nationalities and races, I'm not going to just say white. All races can do it but us. Mm-hmm. All nationalities can do it but us. And I keep saying this to everybody, man. We are the only race, the only nationality that has limited access to anything other than getting our ass whooped. We are now in a mental slavery capacity to where everything that we do. Everything that we do, everything that we say, any kind of, if we move a certain kind of way, if we look a certain kind of way, if we drive a certain type of shit, if we walk a certain type of area, we do anything. If a black man do anything out of the ordinary, they have a law for it for his ass.
Yes.
And if they don't have one, they'll make one up.
Boy.
I just seen them do it. Mm-hmm. I just witnessed a law being made up to be used against somebody. Just seen it happen. Let's make it make sense. You can't change the law as it go.
Yeah.
We got to make things make sense, man. We got to start standing up for this stuff. We got to stop letting the system, let's stop saying the white man. Mm-hmm. The system. Because see what the white man done did, see they done got a little more clever. See, they know if they do it, it's gonna be called prejudice, or it's gonna be called, you taking advantage of, who you are, this, that, and other. So what they said was say, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take all 12 of us, and we're gonna integrate us with one black.
One of them.
And make them feel like they the shit.
Oh yeah, it's always one.
Cause they able to sit at the table with us now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna let that black person
think they
go out there and hire all the other black people that's in position and put their people in a position to do what got to be done to the low class niggas, to the low class blacks, to the low class of their people. And that's what we looking at now. We looking at the heavyweights take the house nigga and put him in charge of the plantation and make sure the job get done. That's what we looking at now. That's what we live in now. It's just another form of slavery.
Exactly.
And if we don't stand up for it, it's going to get worse than this. Yep. It's going to get worse than this, man, if we don't stand up now. And we see how it's going. We have a district attorney, man, who is bucking on the senators of the state of Georgia.
Oh, gosh.
She's showing us we can do this. That's the part I'm paying attention to. Damn what they trying to put in now for. She's showing me that you can tell these folk go straight to hell and stand on it, and it's going to take some paperwork for them to try to come at you, and by the time the paperwork get processed, she might be out of office. Yeah. Ain't that some shit? These are the stall tactics. We got to make it make sense, people. We got to make it make sense. And it's not just here in Atlanta. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. You got, when you look at the internet now, when something pop up on your phone now, and they say anything about P. Diddy, if you see him kissing somebody else, another black man, or another black child, or another black woman, or, hey, man, for real? So you mean to tell me at the all-white affair, when there never blacks? Mm-mm. There's no way you can tell me convincingly that you went to a party straight as an arrow, woke up the next day, and you barely can use the bathroom, or you feel like you just sat down on a goddamn bicycle seat that didn't have the seat on it, and you ain't go to the doctor. You ain't wonder what's going on back there? Let's make it make sense now.
Makes sense now.
I don't give a damn how high you is. If somebody do something to you out the ordinary ain't never been done to you before, you gonna sober up real quick.
I'm trying to tell you.
I would think you would. I would, especially if they said 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 motherfuckers doing it to you.
Ooh.
If you slept through that, you were dead. You wasn't unconscious. You wasn't on nothing. Your ass was dead if you slept through all that punishment. Let's make it make sense, man. Why is it that we are the ones who have to tolerate that? And then it's so crazy because every time something happens, instead of us trying to make it make sense, I hate when my people just jump to the conclusion and say, oh yeah, he did it. How you know your ass wasn't there? We can't say everybody's a saint. We wasn't there.
Right.
I would never tell somebody, I know my children, I know what they will and won't do.
My mama used to always
I
say
would
that.
never say no shit like that. Because you don't know.
You don't know. I wish I would say what my son did or didn't do. I don't know.
I know some goddamn girls who used to leave out the house with a goddamn dress on. You'd have thought she was on Little House on the Prairie. And got to school some kind of way, it turned into a damn miniskirt. Until 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, she turned back into Laura Ingalls on your ass.
Right.
And went home. So you don't know what your child will do when they not in your presence. So stop acting like you do. Stop even thinking you do. We don't know. I'm a grown 58-year-old man.
Right.
Do you think somebody who be around me every day can tell you what I'm doing when I leave the hell out around them?
Exactly.
Nope.
You don't know what a person done did before they come around you, man, or when they leave you.
Right.
Don't know.
I come and do this podcast every week. Try to. At 5:30. But guess what? Before I come here, I can be done robbed 7 banks, killed 25 people, robbed 15 people. On the way, I can be done hit 4 cars, tow up a bus, killed the meter maid, the whole 9 yards, and then come in and talk to y'all with a straight face.
And we wouldn't know nothing.
You won't know.
And as soon as I leave him, I can get picked up. And then they can say, well, Big Jeff just did all this. And you say, but
No,
damn, he was on the air at 5:30. How he do all that before then?
Oh, God.
We got to make it make sense. You don't know what a person has done before they come around you.
That's so true.
So how can you be held responsible? How can they pick up Sylvia and Shanita and say, oh, y'all his co-defendants? What the hell you mean?
I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, we know you was at work, but they say you took a lunch break at 12 and you had to be back at 12:30, but you clocked back in. It showed that you clocked back in at 12:25, so how in the fuck I was with him when he killed them people? Oh, you was on his show? You was on the show with him? Really? Really? So you part of the Nothing But the Truth gang. It's 3 of us in here, we're a gang.
Slide.
We're a gang on Nothing But the Truth. Slap business, slime all the time. See, that shows your honor that they are a gang. Look at the words they are using, like slap, slime. Okay.
Right.
I got some little children that was standing in the store at Walmart the other night. I went in there to get me some Epsom salt. One of the little children said, Mom, I want some slime. I said, be careful, little mama, Because you know they'll put you on a RICO for saying slime.
For real, dog.
Be
Seriously.
careful. Don't let y'all children say slime.
Especially around here.
Please don't say slime. We in East Point too, but we would never get out of jail.
And they only 6.
Don't say slime.
Don't wipe your nose.
Okay.
Listen, man, the kids know running. Don't wipe it, son.
No, sir.
Especially while I'm in the store.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because they going to say that guilt by association. Oh, they slime because they seen Big Jeff in the store. So they wipe their nose. Huh? This is what a prosecutor can say
That's how foolish.
to a juror.
Really?
Well, we believe. How you say what you believe?
All jokes aside.
We believe that because he wiped his nose, he was throwing a gang sign.
Right.
Really.
All jokes
But his
aside.
nose couldn't have been running.
Yeah.
His nose could have been itching. Something could have been going on with his nose for him to goddamn wipe it. But just because he did it, and y'all say Mr. Williams was walking through the back part of Walmart, and this man was outside finna get in his car and did it. He did it because Mr. Williams was in Walmart. So that makes him a co-defendant.
So sad.
That makes him part of YSL. Make this shit make sense, man.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. This young lady was walking down the street with slime on her pants. The word slime on her pants. Oh, she YSL. How you figure that? Because she got the word slime on her pants.
Her clothing.
Really? She got baby fat going across her ass. That make her baby fat gang member too? She got pink on the back of it. Come on now. She took her pants off and her drawers said Victoria's Secret. So, you know, what's the secret? That make it make sense, man.
But
that's how easy.
Matter, but
That's how easy
how they say
they
it.
can try to make that a
Yeah,
case.
Yeah. All jokes aside, that's exactly what they do.
You standing here trying to convince a jury. You got people trying to convince a jury that just because somebody put a green heart on the end of a text as a signature made them be part of a YSL. Really? So what the fuck is it if you put a yellow heart on it? Or a blue one? You're a Crip?
Exactly.
Damn sure don't put the red one on there, because you damn sure blow it then. Let's be for real, man. You trying to make that a case? But when one of the witnesses say, well, everybody do that. Everybody put emojis on the end of their shit sometime or this, that, and that. Some people talk with the emojis, man.
Yeah.
I do.
So make it make sense. Why are we sitting here listening to this bullshit? Well, Your Honor, we're not trying to establish the truth of the matter.
I mean, that should have been mistrial when she
But-
said that.
Well,
That should have been mistrial.
If you're not trying to
Just
find
for
the
saying
truth
that.
on everything, what the fuck
What
are we
we
having
here
this
for?
discussion for?
What we here for the whole trial then? We ain't trying to find the truth to nothing.
We should be trying to establish the truth on something, don't we? Let's make it make sense, man. Let's make it make sense. So, just understand, people, I want y'all to look at this trial for more than it just being about Young Thug. We already know that's what it's about. But let's look at all these techniques that these people are able to try to use to make a case. Because at the end of the day, we got to understand, man, it can be one of y'all. It can be one of us.
At any given time.
It can be one of your loved ones. Now, just be thankful that these guys have people who are fighting for them on their side. But what about the next man who might not?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's consider the man that might not have somebody that is willing to go to bat for them like this. What the hell you think they gonna do? They gonna take a plea.
Yep.
They gonna take a plea, man, and then they gonna make the whole world think that they a snitch. They did this, they did that. No, they didn't. They took a damn plea because they didn't have a chance. At least that's how they were made to feel. These guys weren't made to feel like they didn't have a chance. So they stood up.
Yep.
You know, if you want to convict me with a cup of water and say I took a bath in the sink, okay. You better make sure my goddamn DNA in that water in that cup you got. But you ain't gonna throw no of them in the courtroom and then get it off of me and say this is ill. That's what they doing. They throwing shit to the wall hoping it stick. And it's not sticking, man, because you already know it went right in the beginning. God don't like ugly and some pretty. Let's make it make sense. And these are not the only people going through it, people. These ain't the only people going through it. There's a lot of people in jails everywhere that's going through it. You just not hearing about it. And it's all because they don't have the family support or the means to fight it.
Yep.
Family support means a lot, man. Sometimes family support be better than having the money. If you got a loved one going to court for anything, be there to support them.
That's it.
I wouldn't give a damn y'all just got to fighting yesterday. Be there to support them. Let them be able to call that person's name and somebody that'll stand up on their behalf.
A whole row.
That's our problem. We don't support our loved ones enough when they in situations. And the system know this. So they use it to their advantage. They know it. I guarantee you, if we start filling these damn courtrooms up with the support of our loved ones, some will have to give. Why you think they don't show the support side of the courtroom? There's no reason they shouldn't. They show it on everybody else's trials. They show the whole courtroom. Mm-hmm. I wonder why. Because they told not to show it because they don't want nobody to see that these guys have support in the courtroom.
So true.
These guys have family members in the courtroom just about every day.
Yep, every day.
So they got support. Y'all just don't see it. Mm-hmm. They got a whole courtroom on the 8th floor of the Fulton County Courthouse that you can go in and watch this case.
Yep.
And it's a big courtroom. Why they didn't have court in there? Let's make it make sense. They put the court in a closet. The courtroom these guys are in is a closet. But the courtroom they wanted the supporters to sit in,
It's big.
you can put that courtroom in it. Probably 2 times. Yeah, it's that big. I wonder why. Because they don't want everybody coming to the courtroom to support that case. That's why. That's why. So they playing their games. Mm-hmm. They playing their games. If enough people show up, they'll have to extend something.
That's it.
They'll have to make a decision. Right. They'll have to do what got to be done. Mm-hmm. But you got to be there for your loved ones.
That's right.
They need you then. That's when they really need you. That's when you have the support from the outside. Damn, sending them some money to put on the book. Be there when they go to court.
That's right. Yep.
Damn, talking on them regular ass phones, as y'all can see. They listening to you. Be there when they go to court.
Yep.
If you're going to talk on the phone to them, talk on the phone to them about anything other than they damn case and what these nappy head ass niggas doing in the street. They don't need to know what's going on in the street. They ain't outside.
Yep.
What can they do about it anyway?
Nothing.
At 10, 11 o'clock, sometime 9, lights out for them. So what you need to be telling them about what's going on the street for? For what? They shouldn't want to know. I know I wouldn't. Why would I want to know about something that got me in here? The streets got me in here. So I don't want to know what the hell going on the street. I'll find out when I get out there. Tell me what them children doing in school. Tell me how my mama feeling. Tell me how my daddy feeling. Tell me how my sister and brothers living. Talk about me, talk about my family. I don't want to hear about nobody else. For what? Because you put them on, if you tell them call on three-way, and they see your number pop up, and they know that's your girl number, your mama number, your brother, your sister number, they ain't going to answer. Because they feel like you want something anyway. Y'all know. Y'all done lived this shit. You done lived it. If you done had a loved one incarcerated before, you done lived it. So why would you want your loved one to hear that or go through that? If your family can't do it for you, bro, you're going to have to do it out.
That's true.
Because let me tell you something about Big Jeff. If I had to make a decision on paying for your lawyer or putting something on your book, brother, you going to starve.
No, that's right.
Because I'm going to pay that mouthpiece. I'm trying to get you out of there. I ain't trying to make you get fat. You can eat them 3 hots on the cot and be all right. You can have them 3 hots every day and be all right. But any money going to that attorney. Now, if you got a problem with that, you can sit there and fight by yourself then. But I'm going to put the money where it's needed at. And if we can squeeze you some, you'll get the drippings. You'll get the drippings. You need a mouthpiece. You don't need no store order. You can send your loved one $10, $15 a week. They'll be all right. Unless they got some more shit going on. But you let them deal with that. You let them, once they see that they can't get no more than what you can get them, they'll adjust. Trust me, they will. Been now. They'll adjust. They'll adjust. As long as it's consistent. If you make it consistent, $15 a week, at least he know on Friday, when they do mail call, he get that slip, he gonna have them $15. That's enough to go to the store with, last you till the next week.
At least 25.
Last you till the next week. So, you know, they ain't eating that much anyway. You ain't eat that much shit on the street. So now you go to jail and you want to eat the kitchen?
That's how they do that. That's why they be hungry.
No, that's just what they tell you to get you to send that money.
Yep.
Some of us can't afford to be sending them no $50, $100, $200 a damn week. Nigga, that's rent. If I keep sending this to you, after a while, I'm going to be down there with you. Because I'm going to be right up under that bridge in front of the jail, living. But guess what? You in there with a roof over your head, 3 meals a day. Come on, people. We got to start doing what's important. I'm going to sacrifice paying the light bill to get you a pair of $200 shoes. Bullshit, you'll be barefooted. You'll be in there with that toothbrush on them joints. Because you're going to be wearing them before I let these lights go off. Before I let this rent not be paid. Yeah, that's how my children grew up. That's how they were raised. And they ain't mad. Trust me, they ain't mad. They understand. They understand life. If it's dad's there, if it ain't, we got to do with what we do with. And that's how it go. That's when your kids grow up, people, and learn how to live within their means. My kids have always been told, your daddy is not trying to keep up with the Joneses. Because you don't know what the hell the Joneses is going through over there to keep that shit going. To make you think they doing something. Then 6 months later, you see one of the Joneses' car disappear. 6 more months later, you see another one of their cars disappear. And then you're looking at the one that's saying, damn, they ain't drove their cars in a long time. But my plucker's still running. I'm still getting to work in that plucker. The one you laugh at. And you laugh at it while I'm riding by your ass too. Because I believe in rubber wheels be rubber heels any day. If it'll crank up and go, I'm in it. And proud to be in it. So we got to start adjusting our means. You got to adjust your means sometime.
I think we all guilty of that.
So I have never been that person that tried to keep up with the next person. Never been that person. Never.
You never bought anything outside of your means?
Never.
I mean, not keeping up with people.
Never.
Something that...
Never. Check my track record. Ask anybody who know Big Jeff Rowe, whatever they done called me throughout life.
I have.
They would tell you, not him. When my partners used to go to the malls and all that shit, I went to Kmart, Zales, Richway. Yeah, I ain't into that shit like that.
Me neither.
I ain't got to have it. Why would I go buy a pair of shoes I'm going to wear 1 or 2 times when I can go get me 3 pair I can wear for 6 months?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm like that definitely now, but there have been times
I've always
where I
been
haven't
like that.
always.
I have always been like that.
I'm like you, Jeff.
Always. My children will tell you right now, but they're the cheapest man in the world. And my money can be stacked up to the heavens. I'm still not doing it. I ain't trying to impress you.
Exactly.
Okay.
I ain't trying to impress nobody.
I'm like that now, definitely. Definitely.
That's right.
That's what we got to get out of.
Right.
You understand? Let's install those morals in our children. Those are morals. Install them in your children.
Mm-hmm.
My pet peeve was, if you do good, you look good. Meaning, you had to earn what you got from me. You had to earn it. When your children go to school and bring you them A's and B's home, I don't want you to have all A's. I want you to stumble in something.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But if you can get all A's, I appreciate that. That's when you be rewarded. And I ain't rewarding you because you did. I'm rewarding you because you doing what you supposed to do. I'm not going to pay a damn child to get good grades. That's what you supposed to do.
That's true.
But I'll reward you if you consistent.
That's what I always say.
You get rewarded. But hell no, I'm not gonna tell. Hey man, you gotta make this and make that, and man, bullshit. You better take your ass to school, do what you gotta do.
That's true.
Or I'm coming up there and beat the hell out you.
I want to do it at school now, but
No, I got my ass whooped in school. Right in front of the class. They still talk about me that's why I don't go to my class reunion. Cause I know one of my friends are from school gonna say, boy, you remember your mom whooped your ass, boy, in the 5th grade? 5th grade, we 58 years old, man. You still talking about what happened to me in the 5th grade, man.
that's hilarious.
But guess what? It taught me something.
Okay.
It taught me something. Hell yeah, I whoop my children, that grandchildren too. Grandchildren too. My mom made me realize that my mom showed me that you are not too old to get a whipping by your parents.
Never.
I don't care how old you get to be.
I'm trying to tell you.
I had a brother, God bless his soul. My mom convince me then that she meant exactly that. My brother got an ass whooping at 42. True story. One of my oldest brothers got his ass whooped at 42 by old mama. Right before she passed.
Ooh.
Whooped his ass. He said, man, I walked in the house and he was sitting in the chair just moaning. I said, what happened to you, big bro? He said, man, Chris jumped on me. My mama said, you gonna sit there and tell that lie on me? He said, you did, Chris, you jumped on me. My mama said, hey, man. I said, what happened, mama? She said, he came in here with that drunk shit because he used to like to drink. And I told him, go on upstairs, Peter, and sleep it off. And he stood there and he leaning and rocking. Instead of talking. She said, she hit him across that shoulder with her cane. And he hit them steps. Got up, she said he went up about 3 or 4 steps and messed around and missed one and rolled back down there to her.
Oh
and she finished the ass with him because she ain't running at you.
Oh my God.
She ain't running at you. So guess what? Guess what I told her?
What?
Shit, you should have took your ass on upstairs, bro. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm not going with you. I'm not going to get no ass whipping with you.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you something, man, and I'm being real. I'm 58 years old. We buried our mom in 1997. I'm still scared of her.
My mom.
I'm still scared of my mom. Still scared of her. When I do dumb shit or I make certain moves and bad mistakes, I feel like she be whipping me. Because she the first person I think about. Because I know if she with him, she'll say, you see what your stupid little butt get? Or your stupid behind get? Well, she going to say something else. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a moral that's in me. My mom still has fear in me. And that's how I want my children to be. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That keep your ass balanced.
Yeah.
That keep you balanced.
They want to know who you are. They keep asking, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm Big Jeff, or YSL Loaded. That's who I am. I'm Jeffrey Lamar Williams I, the father of Jeffrey Lamar Williams II, a.k.a. you all know him by it, Young Thug. That's who I am. So, you know, we gotta go back to that. That's what we need to go back to. Go back to whipping these kids' asses.
We're going to get in trouble.
Go back to, so what? How you gonna be in trouble for chastising your child?
I'm trying to tell you.
Let me tell you something. I had one of my kids called, thought the police were gonna save him one day from an ass whipping. Guess where he got his whipping at? Right between the police calls. Cause when your mama tell you to do something, son, I don't give a damn who right there. If you don't do it, you're gonna get chastised for it. We got to stop making this system make us scatter our kids.
No, that's right.
That's true.
That's why they out here running amok, man. Because we feel like if we chastise them, something gonna happen. Okay, let your child sleep without you being there and see how far it go. They'll make the decision to say, no, I ain't gonna do that because I don't want my mama or my dad to go back to jail because they whooped me. That might help them. That might help them. But I'd be damned if I'm going to let the system tell me how to raise my child. If that's the case, take them home with you.
No, that's right.
Take them home with you. Tell them judges that. Tell them, hey, Your Honor, listen, you and DFACS, take these motherfuckers home with you. And let me see how fast you bring them back to me. Because they going to buck on you too.
Yeah.
But these are our kids. These are our kids. If you're going to tell me how to raise my kids, then take care of household. Take care of my household, and then you can tell me whatever to do about my kids. But until you out here fighting this fight with us, okay. I'd rather for you to be prosecuting me for chastising than for me to be sitting in here looking at you convicting because they weren't chastised. Young Thug was raised with plenty of authority. He didn't start goddamn tripping until he got grown. But he wasn't a convicted felon. He went out there saying, I'm gonna commit these crimes because I know I got a alibi, I can get away with it. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that because he knew better. He knew that my sons knew that they had a father who would come to you if you thought you was a bear and say something to you or get inside you. And whoever I felt like would mislead my children, I'll go to them and tell them, hey man, listen, whatever you got going on, if you put my child in harm's way, I'm coming to see you, bro. So a lot of people separated themselves from my children because they knew they had a father who didn't play like that, and I still don't play like that. And I'm not gonna never play like that because I got grandchildren now. So I can't play like that. Some of my children tell me, Daddy, you don't got soft, because you wouldn't let us get away with what these grandchildren getting away with. That's just to a certain extent. It's just to a certain extent. That's when your children know you. You understand? That's when your children know you. So we got to get back to that. We got to get back to that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Trust me, ain't nothing wrong with it. If they get out of pocket, straighten them up. Straighten them up. And at the first sign of you thinking you can't whoop them, they got a broomstick. They got a mop handle. They got switches. They got tree branches. They got a lot of shit you can wake them up with. You understand? See, Big Jeff done had all that done. So I don't mind doing it. That's my get back. Shit. That's my get back. I don't mind doing it. I raise my children the way that I was raised. And I believe in you just can't save everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of my children are real knuckleheads, but I'm still their father.
Sure. Tell me about it.
I'm still gonna be daddy. And as long as they know that, hey man, that's all we got. That's all we're gonna have to deal with. They know I'm still gonna be daddy.
Someone just said, keep fighting for your son because we standing behind you as the people.
Appreciate it. And I appreciate all the prayers. I appreciate everybody, holding up with us, you know what I'm saying, and fighting with us the whole 9 yards. You know, I wanna stand up for everybody. I wanna stand up for all who can't stand for themselves. Let's do that. Cause there's a lot of people can't stand for themselves, man, and those are the people that needs us the most. That's who need us the most. You know, so, you know, we do this show, and like I say, I want some of our listeners to start coming and sharing their stories with us. This is not that show, everybody. We're not that show that we're just trying to get the glory. I want everybody to get the glory. Come and tell your story. Come to Nothing But the Truth and tell your story. Tell your story. You will be the host that day. And it's not by appointments. Just show up. Just show up, and that day is your show. It's all about you. Everything that we doing right here on Nothing But the Truth, No Days Off Radio, is for you. It's for you all, not us. Because we don't have to do this. We don't have to do it. We're doing it because we are trying to reach the people and hope that it can start a domino effect. That's what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a story. Come tell your story.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think that your story ain't big enough, don't mean enough, whatever. It can be a story as simple as I walked in the store and found $10 and I just want to share it with the world. Come on and tell it. Come on and tell it. I want you to treat it like confessions on Sunday in church. Come and tell your story. And we're going to support it. We're going to stand by it. We want to hear it. We want to hear your story. This is what this show is really about. People being able to tell their stories. Because no other podcasters allow you to do that. No other people that does these interviews for people, they don't allow you to do that. They want to know your business. We don't want to know your business. We want to know your story. We want you to give us a story. Please come and give us your story, no matter who you are or what you talk about. That's your story. That's your story. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to wrap it up. And, you know, Siri, you got anything you want to say? You know, Siri ain't talking right now. Siri won't talk on our show for some reason.
That is not true.
I used to talk on her show all the time. She won't talk on my show.
That's not true.
I don't know what's going on, y'all. Somebody tell me what's going on.
That is not true.
Okay, we're going to listen to Siri, y'all. Let go.
That is not true. I do talk. I just like to hear you talk.
Oh, okay.
You tell lots of wisdom, and
you like to hear me
I'm
talk.
like, you know how you sit at the old folks' porch and just listen to the old folks and just not saying you're old folk, but I'm just saying
I'm 58 years old. I'm proud of it.
No, but I'm just saying it's just like I like the wisdom, and I'm
I'm
in awe.
I'm proud of 58. I enjoy being 58.
I'm 57, so it's not too far from you.
So, you know.
But I just like to listen and hear, especially someone who's standing for justice, and not just for your son, for everybody. And that's what I like.
It's for everybody, man.
And the thing is, when you told me that you have 54 children, meaning that all these people that you have raised, I'm
52 children, not
52. 52 you
and
raised.
They all mine.
That's right, and that's a dad. That's a father.
So so that's why we don't get into what people think, say, or do about us.
Yeah.
Because we know the truth. I hear a lot of these stories. They say a lot of these podcasters and people.
They say he wasn't in his life and all that.
Yeah, but guess what? That's because you don't know us.
Yeah.
See, that's what I want us to start thinking about, everybody. When people make comments about you, don't take it to heart. Just acknowledge that this is somebody who really don't know you.
They don't.
They don't know you. They just going on what they have heard somebody else say or what they think or how they feel. Because it's just like the industry, for instance. In the industry, every young man or young lady in the industry be signed to these labels or be signed to these, companies. And the first thing that the people in the company thinks is that they came from a single parent household. Or they was raised in a single person house, by one person, which is mom. Because everybody acknowledges mom. So they don't take the time to try to figure out, is it a man, is it a father in these people's lives?
Yeah. But I've been seeing you from day one since I've been at the court. I've been seeing him
man, you're going to
at
see
the
me
court.
today, last one.
Yeah. So people didn't know that.
People didn't know that.
Thank you.
For him
They
and
didn't
know.
Mr. Anthony. I saw them from day one. I didn't even know who
So,
they were until,
Because that's how you have been made to think.
Yeah.
That every young man you see, whether it's in a good situation or a bad situation, is not a father supporter there.
That's all I saw in this case was
You
all the
understand?
daddies first.
Thank
All the
you.
daddies.
I seen the daddies.
All the
yep.
daddies in this case.
Hey man,
from day
you'll
one.
be surprised. You'll be surprised how many fathers are in their children's lives. You'll be surprised. It's just not acknowledged.
They don't want to acknowledge it. That's what it is.
But you should want to be acknowledged to be in your child life.
No, but I'm saying the society tries to not
That's what I'm
acknowledge the
saying.
man.
Society has everybody
Society.
thinking like that.
Exactly, society.
But that don't make it true.
Oh, they want to know the name of your podcast because this is TikTok that I'm on with you.
Oh, the name of the podcast is Nothing But the Truth. No Days Off Radio, Nothing
YouTube.
But the Truth. You can find us on either one of those channels.
And the link is on Absolute
And the
Justice
link is
now.
on Absolute
Justice
Justice.
Now.
It's on Absolute Justice as well.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
At Absolute Justice now.
At Absolute Justice on Instagram. At Absolute Justice on Instagram.
Now. At Absolute Justice now.
Absolute Justice now. All right, I'm going to let Shanita tell y'all where it's at.
It's on at Absolute Justice Now on Instagram. The link every week I update the link to this show in my bio every week. No Days Off link is updated in my bio on Absolute Justice Now on Instagram.
Absolute Justice Now on Instagram.
Thank you, Miss Sylvia, for joining us today. We appreciate you here at Nothing But the Truth. Thank you, Big Jeff, for having us every week. We enjoy you.
And I'm back.
Okay.
Big,
Sylvia said
I'm not a
she's
guest. I'm back.
back. Okay.
She's back.
So,
I felt insulted to talk about I'm a
what-
guest.
yeah. So you might not have heard it here first, second, or third.
Second and third.
But you did hear it here on
heard it here.
No Days Off Radio
No Days Off.
with nothing
Nothing
but the truth. And we out.
We out.
For us, guys,
It's
Zabel
Big
was
Jeff,
like the
y'all.
Godfather. Okay?
Big Jeff.